Alright, let's fire her back up. Now I got the GoPro on finally. Alright, she spooled up. Let's try this again. Man, this wind is just crazy. Here, I'll tell you what. Let me lift this up a little bit. You can see how cloudy it's gotten. Let's bring her off the ground. Let's test GPS right there. Look at what that wind's doing to it. You can see it pointing to the left because the wind's coming from that direction. It's trying to hold itself steady. So it's pointing a little bit to the wind, which it should be doing. Let's take her out a little bit. See, as I take her out, she goes down. Let's lift her up a hair. Now let's spin her around. Okay, now let's bring her back over because she's trying to get a little out of frame there. Nice and slow, steady, easy. That's what I want. Nothing too jerky or nothing. Okay. Now, look at her coming towards the camera. And I'm not doing that. Here, again, completely free here. Look at it going around. Just to make sure. See that? Well, it's holding pretty good. There, finally. Okay. Now let's try to. Whoa! See? I still ain't touching it. Man, that wind is nuts. Okay, let's take her on around here. Okay, now let's fly her out a little piece. Nothing too fast or crazy. And again, look at it, it goes down. We'll pop it up a little bit. Let's bring her up a hair. Having trouble seeing her in this camera. I know there's no way it's too high. I'll bring her up a little bit and see if I can see it. Okay. I guess it's just small on the camera. I can't see it. So here, we'll take her out just a hair. Okay. Alright, now that's pretty good. Now let's turn her around 90 degrees. Give or take something like that. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's take her over to the right. Okay. Now, let's see if we can... Yeah, no, that's the wrong way. Let's turn her this way. There we go. Now let's bring her back. Let's see. I'm going to try to bring her... right towards me. Okay, let's turn her this way. See if I can get her back in frame, because I'm pretty sure I'm... Well, no, yeah, it's in frame, ain't it? Okay, I can see it. Boy, it's just a dot on there from my screen. Okay, there she is, right dead in the middle now. Yeah, a little hair to the left. Alright, so I'll tell you what. Let's point her back towards us. Okay. Let's bring her in a little bit. Easy, easy, easy. Bring her over. Let's bring her down some because she's trying to get up there, ain't she? Okay. So I mean, she is reacting pretty good. Let's do a quick spin on her here. And she likes to spin out a little bit, don't she? Whoa, look at that wind. My goodness. See? That's the GPS, actually. It's not really the wind. The GPS brought her back. Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's turn her back around. I want to take her up a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can get her used to GPS up there. Now let's shoot her out a little bit, not too fast. Okay, that's probably 100, 125 feet away. Now, let's turn her, like so. Get her to go across the frame. See, nice and slow. Hopefully you see her out there. And she's doing exactly what I tell her to do, so far she's very obedient. Okay, I want to turn it just about like so. I want to bring her downfield. I'm sure she's still in my frame. She's just so hard to see. She becomes a little speck very quickly. Now, let's turn her on over 90 degrees again. Bring her over. There it is. I see it in frame now. Now, I'll tell you what. Now we're going to do an ultimate test on this thing, okay? I'm going to turn this controller off. It should actually go up 60 meters and it should come back and land. But should I do it in this wind? Alright, let's give her a try. Controller's off. See it blinking? That's telling me it's lost control. There it goes. Now it should go straight up here. I don't know if that's coming through or not, but it'll go up to 20 meters, which is something like 66 feet. And then it'll sit there for 15 seconds. And then it should come right in its home spot, which is right in front of the camera, hopefully, and land. I know you can't see that from there. I'm going to tilt this backwards. This might be ugly, but it's right up there above it. It's coming down. See those lights blinking? Now, if all works, she will come down. She will land herself in her home spot, and she'll shut herself off. Hopefully that's coming through. There she goes. She sat down. Fail-safe worked. And you can see it's off. Awesome. Okay, so we got her back on. It means we got greater than 6 satellites. So let's spool her up here again. There she goes. So it does work as designed so far. That's what I've seen is after a fail-safe, which I did, and it comes home, then you actually have to restart it so that it can reset itself and find itself again. But if you can see that down there at the bottom, we got the green blinking light. That means we got more than 6 satellites, GPS satellites. That means we've sat there for well over 8 seconds. Now we've got our home point, so that is our home point. Now let's take off and see what we got here. So let's hit her on up. All right, she's lifted off. Let's get her up. There we go. Here, let's put that out there so we can see it. Let's turn her a little bit. Oh, I haven't messed with the gimbal on this trip, so let's, oops. Here, she's getting out of scene, ain't she? There we go. Let's get her down a little bit. About like so. Hopefully she'll sit there. Here, I'll tell you what, let's see if we can turn her around to get the... Hey, where are you going? I didn't tell you to go there, did I? No, I didn't. Let's get it turned on around. We'll get the camera. Oops. It's backwards now. I got to remember that. Alright, now let's bring her in. Come on. Alright. I want you to be able to see this gimbal working. Let's bring her down. Okay. Let's bring her in. Alright, now let's give that gimbal a try. You can see the GoPro is facing right at us, and boy, it keeps drifting, don't it? But anyway, I'm going to just barely move her.
I don't know if I can answer that properly. I can't do a search for Randall. I am going to barely move her.
Okay, I see her going down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And there it is at 90 degrees, facing straight down. Now let's slowly take her back up. I got to work on the smoothness of it, but boy, look at it, it's about to set down. I'm not touching the controls at all. So this wind's really having an effect on it. Alright, so let's go ahead and spin her on around. We'll get her facing back. Let's get her up a little bit. Let's go about like that. Let's spin her around, and let me shoot it out that way just a little ways. We'll take her out there again about 150 feet. That's about as far as I've had this one, so I'm going to stop it right there. You see it lifting up a little bit. Now let's turn her. Okay. Now she should pretty much be facing this, so let's bring her home. Let's take her back a little bit. Alright, here she comes. She's doing very well. Let's turn her. There we go. Now, let's do this. I'll tell you what. Let's turn her back. We're going to take her up just a little bit, about like so, say. Let's see. Again, it's such a speck in the sky. I'm just not sure if this camera sees it. Anyhow, I'm just going to go ahead and point the gimbal right down fast. Now we're going to let her pass over us. Like that. Then we're going to look up, we're going to wave as she comes over top of us. Let me just get her going here. Let's see if I can do this well. There she is in frame. Take her over. Just so, yeah, she's pretty well in frame. Okay, and easy and easy. Look at there. Yeah, I got it on a little crooked ground there, so she's okay. All right.